You used to practically live in a recording studio, didn't you? I mean, when you were working at Air Studios and things like that. Yeah. Do you still work that way? I mean, continually recording and recording and recording, or not?
When you're into an album, it can get a bit intense, you know, where you...
Yeah, but we're talking about a couple of years here, aren't we?
What, to make an album? A year, probably. A year. If it ever gets to be a couple of years, it'll mean I've had 6 months off because I was fed up with it and put the project down, and then I don't think I've really spent much more than a year. You know, it sounds crazy because the Beatles' first album was done in a day, so it's not as if you can't do it. I mean, that was done from 10 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night, roughly. But what happens is when digital came in, you start thinking about, well, we don't want any hiss then, because if the CD players are going to be able to give you great quality, we shouldn't cock it all up by giving them a lot of hiss. So you start getting meticulous about your technical quality and stuff. That's what tends to take the time. And then when computers and computerized stuff came in, it sometimes takes 2 days to get them to work. You know, the time-saving devices. It takes you about 3 days to learn how to turn them on. You know.
What I really wondered was whether you
That's my
have this
excuse and I'm
sort of...
sticking to it. I don't care what you say.
No, I really wondered whether you've got this kind of ongoing thing of always being fiddling about in the studio and recording something, or whether you had sort of periods of your life where you're making an album and then the rest of the year you get on with your life.
Yeah, well, that's the idea, you know, but I do fiddle about more now because I've got my own studio now, so I can go in, you know, if I'm feeling a bit fed up and just make up a track. I do that a bit. But I try and keep it separate, you know, because you can just get fed up if you're there all the time. It's not as much fun, you know. So I try and balance it up, you know, just have times when like in the summer, I don't work much through the summer. You know, in a minute that weather gets good and stuff, I just feel soft going in the studio. I mean, unless there's a big album on or something, you know, and you've got everyone and we've got to go in. But if I have the choice, then I won't go in, you know, I'll go off on holidays, do sensible things like that.
Do you have one place that you call home, or you just got lots of houses all over?
Yeah, no, I live about 2 miles outside London. Kids go to local schools and stuff, so that's where we kind of settled down.
State schools?
Which is nice. Yeah, they go to state schools, yeah. Tried all that private thing, and it didn't suit us, because I was state school, and I always felt that for the kids it was most important for them to have their feet on the ground. Then you show them all the wonders and stuff, and if you're talking about a rich life, you meet so many people who've got money but really don't know how to handle it. They just, you know, they're just never going to relate to anyone except maybe themselves, and if they're lucky.
Do you go to PTA meetings and speech day and the concert and all that?
We go to the school plays, and I'm not a PTA. I couldn't do that. But yeah, we go to the school plays and stuff like that. Yeah, my son was the Tin Man in Wizard of Oz.
How old was he then?
9. A very young Tin Man. It was great. You know, I love all that. I love those productions. Those are the best kids ones. There was one year where they had a production of Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves, and the kids, they all had these hula hoops kind of thing, and then paper, then another hula hoop, you know, making a barrel for the 40 Thieves to go in. And they're all there, all these little kids. And one of my daughters was a dancing girl, you know. And the little kids are all standing there with these hoops, and us parents are all watching, you know, like, yeah, willing them on. And one of those little kid's trousers went, and he couldn't do anything. He's got holding up this ruddy hoop, you know. So a little girl kind of goes, ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Off again. It was amazing. And they tried to keep it in the next night. It didn't work the next night.